Well, good evening, and I suppose I should say that I'm Bob Clifford, but you've all been kind enough to come up and say hi, Bob, so I think that has worked out pretty well. I'd like to thank you for coming tonight. It's always a pleasure, number one, to come to this venue. It's a great venue, and it's close to school, so we didn't have to take Dean away from too many of his duties. But it's like all of you here. I mean, I think of every event that I attend that's associated with the law school, I see all of you. And I think, Dean, that's a kind of a subliminal message or subtle message to tell you that you are surrounded by a community of people who are devoted to the university. They're devoted to the school, and they have great memories each, and we want to see it advance and be preserved by the solid leadership that you have demonstrated everywhere you've stopped during your career. You note that you're the 14th dean of the law school, and I don't know what number Dick Grohl was, but we have to figure that out. But we've had a series of good shepherds over the last 10 years or more, and yet I think we all want to see someone who's going to be here forever. And that's the spirit that's behind you, that they want to support you as the guy who's going to have a vision to help the school continue to advance the way it has. We've had a brief conversation about how the changes are taking place with the night school program, and that's hard, but you understand the business side of that, and you understand the implications of that, and but you have a community here at DePaul that is centrally based in Chicago with hardworking people that have come to the school seeking not only a great education, but a connection to a university that will last throughout their careers here in Chicago. And so we're very happy that you're here. I know it was a long search, and there was a lot of competition, and the fact that you prevailed is something that is really laudable and something that you should be, and I know you are, very proud of. I host as you know, the Symposium on Tort Law and Social Policy, and have every intention of supporting that for as long as I can and will, and I know that you are familiar with that. Everyone here tries to attend that when they can. In part, and we also do, ethics CLE, and we use DePaul as our home base. So for me, my family, and I can point to almost everyone here and their families has had a great continuing relationship with the university, with the school, and we're very proud and open and welcoming to you to be part of this community, because this is your community. There are more people out there, as you know, and we'll continue to have events like this. They'll all invite you to their Christmas parties so that you can even meet new people. And then every now and then you could throw a party for us. So without any further ado, I would be remiss, by the way, if I did not ask us all to take a moment of silence for what occurred in Minneapolis today. What's going on is just so awful, but how about a thought for those poor people, all of them. So, Dean, I know you have a few things that you'd like to tell us all about, and we welcome you to the podium, and Dean Geoffrey Rapp, the 14th Dean of DePaul University College of Law. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. So I'll try not to go on for too long, because I've gotten to meet many of you, but there are a few people I haven't gotten to say hi to, and I really want to spend as much time in conversation as we can over the course of the evening. So I want to thank Bob for hosting this event and for your support for DePaul Law and DePaul University. I'm so honored to have the opportunity to serve as the law school dean, and one of the things I'm most looking forward to in moving from having been an associate dean, where I was primarily running day-to-day operations, to getting the chance to serve as dean, is that I'm going to get the chance to spend a lot of time out in the community, meeting alums, for whom DePaul Law has meant so much, and learning about their journeys. So thank you to all of you, friends, alums, members of the Board of Trustees, judges and lawyers for joining us here tonight. I've received an incredibly warm welcome from the DePaul Law community. That started with a wonderful welcome from Julie Lawton, who served for the past year as interim dean, who did a great job stewarding the school over that year and was incredibly generous to me with her time and her wisdom as I prepared to take on the position. And I'm also in debt to Jen Rosado Perea, who served for many years as the law school's dean, in part because she built such a wonderful team at the law school that I've been fortunate and honored to inherit and get the chance to join and work with. What drew me to DePaul Law? In no particular order, its location in one of the world's great cities, its amazing faculty, which does first-rate scholarly work, engages in important public advocacy, and does a great job teaching students. This wonderful network of alumni, which is a resource for every student who will ever set foot in our law school building, and the law school's mission of promoting access to the legal profession. The legal profession should be open to everyone, no matter where you went to high school, no matter what community you grew up in. And for the city of Chicago, for the state of Illinois, for the region, DePaul Law has been about that mission for its entire history. This was a big week at the law school. We started classes on Monday. Last week, we welcomed 187 new JD students into the building. Our full-time JD student class was 11% larger than the year before, and the energy was really exciting in the building as a result of their presence. As part of our orientation week last week, we did a 1L day of service. So we spent the first 2 days of orientation scaring the students about what law school was going to be like. And then on Wednesday, we got the chance to roll up our sleeves, and nearly 100% of them joined us, 100% of our day students joined us to go out into the community and engage in service over the course of the day. And I got to emphasize to them two core aspects of DePaul University's mission: its commitment to education and its commitment to service, and to invite them to consider that these weren't really separate values, but that they were woven together. The education that we provide them, we hope they use to engage in really meaningful service to their clients, to the profession, and to the public at large. And the service that they will do, starting last week with our service day, but all throughout their time in law school and through their pro bono work in their careers as attorneys. That service will help them learn more about themselves and more about this wonderful profession that we've all enjoyed so much. Until those students arrived, in the first 6 or so weeks of my job as dean, it was a little quiet. I did get the chance to meet some incoming students the second week of July to give them a preview of what they had ahead of them. And we asked them to describe what they were feeling about their about-to-begin journey as law students. They said that they were thrilled, that they were excited, and that they were terrified. And what I want for DePaul Law is to be able to channel those first two feelings to help motivate students, and then try to do what we can to make that last part go away. It's okay to be motivated by your anxiety, but not okay to be disabled by it. I want to demystify the law school experience for applicants. That includes by helping students understand what it's like to apply to law school and to study. And then when students arrive, demystify what it is that we're doing with them, what the education that they experience is supposed to achieve for them. It can be challenging without being frightening. It can be a nurturing and supportive community. And I'm going to continue to work to try to make sure DePaul Law achieves that objective. So how are we going to do that? I'll preview the way I think we will move forward, and that's by setting some audacious goals, by building upon strengths, by defining what success means for ourselves as a law school, and by committing to a robust and evolving set of measures to help us decide whether we've achieved those lofty goals that we've set or not. My commitment to you and to our law school is that I will work hard. I'll ask a lot of questions. I'll start out by doing a lot more listening than talking as I settle in, because I want to learn what this community has meant to all of you. So again, Bob, thank you so much for hosting, and thank you to all of you for attending. I look forward to our conversations tonight and in the years to come.
And now let me take the opportunity to introduce you to the man who made this happen, who has the vision of the university going forward on a global basis, who I got to know right after President Manuel came to DePaul, and he's our kind of guy, Jesse. He's got a great sense of humor, a great commitment to the university. He knows who we are, he knows who we should be, and he defends us well. We're so proud of how you've handled all the challenging political issues, President. It's been wonderful. So, ladies and gentlemen, President Rapp, Manuel.
I have to live up to that introduction and find some funny joke to tell you so that the sense of humor part rings true when we're done. The only reason, or one of the big reasons why DePaul has the power and the connections is because of the history and the legacy of being connected to Chicago, being connected to the problems that animate the world of people that we call in our community, we call members of our community. And this is one of the greatest challenges to that ever. I thought COVID was that challenge because it physically separated us and didn't allow us to do what we do best, which is engage individually and develop people's aspirations. What I'm really realizing now is that what's more difficult is to be forced to separate from the kind of commitments we have from our faith tradition and our mission in establishing what it is we do. And so that in addition to both having found Dean Rapp and have him agree to come here, we're at a moment in time where we need to ask for different things from our alums and our friends, which is to engage with us in more directed connections between the work that you do and the educational programming that we're trying to offer through the school. Not only to be relevant and to have the connection to the world of what's being practiced, but to make sure that the social capital of DePaul maintains its power inside the legal community or the accounting community or the other communities that we're developing, so that we can continue to engage Chicago as it goes through the same kind of assault that's happening in higher education in general. It's scary, quite frankly, to be out there and think about all the attacks that are coming to higher education, and the calming part, the part that gives me the Wonder Woman bracelets to be able to get rid of the bullets that are coming my way, are people like Bob, people like our board members that are here, like Anna Riccio, to help us connect and make impervious the slings and arrows that are, to make us impervious to the slings and arrows that are coming our way. This is a real moment for us. If we get it right, we could be the first institution in the country to come away with both a way to handle the crisis of the moment and have a strategy for growth into the future. We could be the first institution in the country to take a faith tradition in times of incredible consequence and learn how to live it in contemporary ways so that people can form and develop and understand that the skills they're learning in their classrooms can accrue to themselves, but they also have to benefit others in this world. Every one of you serves a population through the work you do in the law that does that in any number of ways. We need to take your experience, work through Dean Rapp, and bring it into the school so that they are prepared to go out and take and believe that they belong at the table where the most pressing questions of the day are being discussed. And that's not easy to do now because the relationship has become commodified a little bit. Students will come, I'm paying you for the education, give me my diploma, and we go out. And yet the work that Bob does to create advocacy, to create the understanding with our law students is exactly what we need to provide to differentiate ourselves, to show the impact in different ways, and to continue the engagement of our community in the work that we're doing. Jeff was selected out of 200 or so CVs, went through a very rigorous process to get here. And he was chosen because in his history, in his past, he could both create and ideate the machine and build it and watch it and manage it. And that's what we need right now. DePaul has been terrific. The sands underneath us have been changing, and the idea of what makes good, relevant, valued education now is different than it was even 8 months ago. And so Jeff's responsibility to us is to get out there and make those connections and figure out what the machine will look like going forward. And I hope your responsibility, you'll feel the responsibility to sidle up next to him and think about how we execute and put that forward. I want to point out Selma Ganem, who is our provost here. You raise your hand. Selma is the provost that hires and manages all the dean. This is her parade lap here, where she retires in May, but it's because of her work and service to the university that this was a desirable job and that Jeff could come and see it as a desirable future for himself. There are a lot of you here with really good backgrounds and experiences that can help us develop the law school, the university, and begin to understand how to defend, and if not fight with, the slings and arrows that are coming our way. I'm hoping you'll continue to do that work with us and continue to help DePaul develop into the national institute, or the national example of quality education in America. Bob, thank you for all your support and for everything you're doing to us, and thank you all for being here tonight.
President, thank you for that. And my personal request in ending to each and every one of you is, you've met the dean, you've heard the message from our president. That's a solid message of leadership, and it demonstrates a pathway for DePaul going forward in the years ahead. The holiday season is upon us. How about calling the dean and inviting him to your office for a holiday lunch with alums that might be baked into your law firms, into your businesses? We've got a true asset here with a strong message to tell about a university and a law school that we can all be so very proud of. So please do that. And in closing, once again, Dean Rapp, Dean Jeff, best wishes to you, sir. We're proud of you, and good luck. And the bar's open just for you. Good night, everyone. Thank you. The bar's open until the last person leaves.